What's going on, guys? Today I'm gonna tell you guys a story of my worst fail. I actually blacked out on this and I don't remember um, X amount of time from like what happened from this part to when I woke up on the ground. So I hope you guys enjoy the story as much as I like to actually think about it and think about like all the bells I've had through skateboarding, how I'm still skateboarding and whatnot. And just you just don't let bells stop you. So, anyways, let me get into the story. So I was at Hawthorne Skate Park one day. We called it the Dirty or Eucalyptus Skate Park. It was over in Hawthorne next to Inglewood. Some of you guys might know it, some of you might not. And there was a three stair that I had tricked off of. Every time I'd go, I had just started skating. I was maybe like a year and a half to 2 years into skating, and I had just learned varial flips. And I wanted to varial flip again off of this three stair because I had landed it a few times, but it was kind of sketchy. So this one night that I went to go skate that park, it was just like any other night. I didn't feel like, I didn't feel like I didn't feel like I didn't want to skate that day. I didn't feel like something bad was gonna happen. I felt whatever, just another day I'm gonna go skate. So this one night I'm rolling up to the three stair. I'm forming my varial flip. Sometimes I stick it. Sometimes I get one foot on. I stick it and fall off. I was getting the varial flip over, throughout the night. And there's one time that I went to varial flip off the three stair. All I remember is rolling up to the three stair and then waking up on the ground. I don't remember what happened in between those, I guess it must have been a few seconds that I was completely knocked out on the ground because I really just do not remember after getting, like, just rolling up to the three stair, waking up on the ground. That's all I remember. I have came up with two theories, which, they seem pretty plausible as to one of them could have been what happened that night. Unfortunately, again, since I was completely blacked out and I don't remember from rolling up to the three stair to waking up on the ground, that time in between, I don't remember. So, my two theories, first and foremost, we all know how dangerous varial flips are, especially landing primo on a varial flip, whether that be a varial kick, a varial heel, an ollie varial, just any form of like varial flip. We all know the problem with it being primo, and especially off some stairs or off of a drop or anything like that. So my first theory as to what happened that night is I must have either rolled up to the three stair, did the varial flip, and landed primo, and whacked my head on the ground. I don't know how long I was out for, because I remember when I woke up, there was people around me. Some of them were kind of picking me up, and another one was going to get my board that had flown, or that I guess that somebody else was getting my board that had rolled off to a ledge that was maybe 50 feet away from me. I'm guesstimating right now, but maybe it was about 50 feet away from me. Because I remember waking up and people around me, people kind of helping me up, and somebody grabbing my board that had already stopped at this ledge, picking it up and coming back towards me. So I must have been knocked out maybe like 5 seconds about that, because if I had, or maybe longer, because if I had landed primo, we all know that when we land primo, the board like stops. All the momentum that you're going, it like stops. So I either landed primo and my board ended up going back onto the wheels and rolling towards the ledge. And I'm assuming that's maybe my first theory. So I don't know how long I was knocked out for. It could have been 2 seconds, could have been 10 seconds, I don't know, because I don't know at what speed that board was traveling to the ledge, which would have given me a better estimate as to how long I was knocked out for. And my second theory is, I went up to the stairs, I landed the trick, it shot out from under me, I whacked my head, and if that was the case, I might have been out for like 2 to 5 seconds. Because if it shoots out from under you, that board's got some speed and it's shooting to wherever it's going to shoot. Because, again, when I woke up, somebody was grabbing my board, coming back towards me. If my board had shot out from under me, I was out for maybe 2 to 5 seconds. But, unfortunately, I just don't really remember exactly what happened. Those are just my two theories. I still think about it to this day. What happened that day? What happened that day? But, I didn't let it stop me. But, anywho, so I knocked out, or I blacked out. I had a mean headache when I woke up. And I think I was either with my mom at the skate park that day or my dad. Well, they had dropped me off. I was skating by myself, but they were in the car waiting. And I whacked my head, and I remember just waking up with a mean ass headache, and everybody asking me if I was okay. Um, just people checking up on me. People helping me up because I was completely dazed. I got up, I sat on the ledge. They walked me over to the ledge, where my board was at, but they were, but someone had already picked up my board and brought it to me. And when they picked me up and walked me over to the ledge, that guy dropped my board next to me. So he had it the whole time they were picking me up and walking me over there. So I sat there for a few seconds, and I thought about going back to skating, but I was out of it. I was out of it, and I remember just getting up and saying, I'm gonna go home. And I went to the car. And I didn't exactly tell either my mom or my dad. Again, I don't remember. I didn't exactly tell them what had happened. I just told them that I hit my head and I have a really bad headache, and I just wanted to go home. And so I went home that day, and I remember just leaving ice on my head to like numb the pain and just reduce swelling. And you know what they say, I mean, at least for us Hispanics, if you whack your head like really hard on the ground or something, and you're not supposed to go to sleep because supposedly like that's bad for your brain or you can die or something like that. But I remember going home that day and having ice on my head, and I didn't fall asleep for a few hours. I did end up falling asleep later on that night, but I mean, I woke up fine, I'm assuming. I'm still here. I don't have any brain issues or head problems that I can think of or that I'm aware of. But yeah, that was my worst spell. Just blacking out that night. I don't remember what happened. I rolled up to some stairs, and I woke up on the ground. I just even though that's just a few seconds of something that happened in between there, that's it's something to think about. Skateboarding's dangerous. We all know that. I mean, we love the sport, but that's just something that I still think about. I don't worry about it, but I do keep it in the back of my mind. I'm like, damn, this happened to me, but I'm still skating. I still love this sport. But that's my worst fail. Just not remembering those few seconds of what happened, and it was a night. I actually still really love varial flips. Like, I really love a regular varial kickflip or nollie varial flips, or even nollie varial heel. I still do those tricks off of like gaps or some stairs, or off of a ledge. It does scare me when I land primo, though. I'm not gonna lie. I try to keep my head like tilted up whenever I fall back, but that's just skateboarding. You can land primo with any trick. So I hope you guys enjoyed this story, or I guess this trip down memory lane for you guys. I mean, well, at least for me, because it happened to me. But yeah, that's my worst bail, guys. I blacked out skateboarding, and I don't have a recollection of what happened between rolling up to the stairs and waking up on the floor. But it's something I hope I don't have to go through again. If you guys enjoyed my story, or you want to hear some other like crazy bills that I've had, because I have dislocated 2 bones and fractured. I dislocated 2 bones and fractured one on my toe, but that's my big toe. But that's a story for another time. But if you guys enjoyed this video, or just liked or if you guys enjoyed this video, or enjoyed hearing my story of my worst fail, or want to hear some more things that have happened to me with skateboarding throughout the years, go ahead and leave a like, comment, subscribe. Again, like always, leave a comment in the section down below. Let me know if you guys liked the video or if you didn't. And I'll talk to you guys later.